all ages, welcome to essentially the best game review you will find on the internet to date. Anyway, I am General Gravy, your hostess with Moses, and of course I'm always here with my favorite minion of all time, Chibi. How you doing, man?
Hi there.
And today what we're going to do is we are going to review Game 1 of the World Final of Samsung Galaxy versus SK Telecom T1. Now, going into this, SKT, they looked rattled, I would say. Like, they weren't as clean or as strong as they have been in the past. And Samsung Galaxy looked to be superior in this matchup. And I was pleasantly surprised. We'll put it that way, without any spoilers. What do you think, hon?
Well, I think you mentioned they were rattled. I think it may have been something to do with the dragon that appeared on stage and flew around the crowd. That was first time I've ever seen something of that magnitude. But, yes, these games, they looked very promising. So, shall we continue?
Yeah. They said I'm super quiet. I'll put it, like, right there. Can you hear me a lot better, or no? Nay? Okay. Also, this will be uploaded to YouTube, so refrain from all the uncouth language. Okay, diving into it. So far, picks and bans. Jace Rakan Sejuani on the side of Samsung Galaxy. Thus far, we have Kalista and Tristana a ban on SK Telecom. To be fair, I really like Samsung's overall bans versus what seems to be the targeted bans against Ruler. Let's continue with the replay. Let's kind of see. Or did you have any input on that one?
Yeah, and you'll notice that Kalista should be banned every single game. She's been banned every game since the start of the tournament, past the play-ins, due to just the sheer power of dragon control in this season.
Because essentially she's like a Cho'Gath.
She is a long-range Cho'Gath with more damage than a jungler Smite. If you coordinate that correctly, you can stop a mishap like with the Misfits game.
Agreed.
Earlier that we saw, where 60-some health made a difference between a win or a loss.
Yeah. Sorry, I find it funny that the Galio ban comes through, because Faker played that like 3 freaking times during the Misfits split. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Janna, first pick. That's kind of
it's League of Ardent Censor.
Yeah, which is what this patch was. Gragas Varus. I like this so far. I've never been a fan of Varus. I mean, considering with the Genzu's proc, he seems to be very viable. But I'm still, I don't know. It feels like a dirty pair of shorts.
They're playing him because this is the red side. The red side of the map, you're going to have easier Baron control with Varus. You can poke into the pit. You can also stop. You can also do a better disengage when you're trying to get out of the pit from red side, and that's classically why Varus has been picked on the red side. But he has not been the meta for a while, so I don't like this either.
Ooh. Malzahar, that's very interesting. Because prior to this, Malzahar was very, very rarely seen outside of the support role, which I thought was kind of interesting. Lulu, naturally.
Well, they're still hovering, but let's see. Of course, he had to do the troll hover to Volibear.
True. All right. Okay, so now we're in ban phase 2.
Now, Lulu also is able to proc the Ardent Censor. In solo queue, you'll see Soraka picked over her, but I think she also provides a lot more utility because she has the ult that can pop up everybody around them, plus she can provide extra damage and CC.
Yeah.
And
I do like the 2 bans on the side of SKT with Jarvan and Shen.
Huni has actually been really, really super strong with Shen, and Peanut is very dangerous with that Jarvan. And the Talia, of course. Because Faker and Talia are like peanut butter and jelly.
I'm actually curious why they are banning... Actually, I am curious why 2 APs were banned. There's a lot of magic damage on SKT's team right now. The Gnar, I can see the pickup to do some more physical damage.
Okay. I like this. I don't know why, but I like it.
And here's, Cassiopeia has been very powerful.
Oh, especially in the hands of Faker.
Well, anything in hands of Faker is powerful, but...
This is true.
So you'll see on Samsung, they have a extreme engage comp. They have the instant flash lockdown with Crown's Malzahar. Mm-hmm. Plus you have the whirlwind for disengage and also the Zac ult for pulling people in with a Kennen flank option. Mm-hmm. For SKT, you have the Gragas Flash, Belly Slam, which it did get the hitbox nerfed a little bit, but in the hands of Peanut, they shouldn't have a problem with that. Plus you have Faker with the Miasma. And the Lulu ult plus the Varus ult, which I think jokingly Varus ult had been the most whiffed ult in pro play, but this is the best of the best, so we shouldn't see much of that.
Yeah, this isn't NA.
Yeah. And then the Gnar ult is... So there's so much CC on both sides. Like, this is... I think everybody in both teams have some form of CC. Mm-hmm. Every champion seems to have some form of CC. Mostly hard CC.
Yeah. The only downside on Samsung Galaxy's comp is I don't think we're going to see a lot of aggression pre-6. I think we're going to see a lot of microaggression play. I see the laning phase just being very back and forth, but nothing aggressive on the side of Samsung. Because, and if you remember, I discussed this with you, Papa Smithy said one of the keys to beating SKT is you don't fight them, you contain them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because eventually, and from what I've seen leading up to this point, they pretty much eat themselves alive. So, should be interesting. Standard fan out. This is my favorite. I don't like the invades. I always like a standard fan out at the start of every game.
So what I take from this is SKT should win bottom lane until
6.
Until Ruler is able to scale up. So I imagine bottom lane's going to get the most attention from the jungle. Kennen, I think, can handle his own against a Gnar.
Oh, yeah.
So if I were the jungle, I'd be looking to make plays on bottom.
Yeah,
Crown shouldn't have a problem scaling up in this situation because both are scaling mid laners. So I think most of your fights are going to happen over the bottom lane.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because Kennen needs time, but he can handle himself, especially in a 2v1 situation. Between Malzahar and Cassiopeia, it's a duel, essentially. It's a dance.
Yeah, it's a farm. It's going to be a farm fest. Mm-hmm. Like, neither of them have mobility, and they both have really good wave clear.
Yeah. This is very peculiar. Wolf is playing super aggressive.
Well, you need to when you play Lulu. You have such a great early game. Mm-hmm. You want to proc as many of those shields as you possibly can from Janna to eat away her mana.
Oh, and then essentially that's going to leave your AD carry super exposed.
Yeah, Lulu is super strong level 1.
Yeah.
This, you see, like, you got an early vision roam from Faker. Mm-hmm. This is really good. Crown won't be able to clear waves until, I think, level 3 or 4. effectively, while Faker on Cassiopeia should have relatively ease of clearing waves, especially with the full Twin Fang proc on Miasma.
Yeah, I do like that Peanut is protecting his bot lane. I'm always a fan of the defensive wards, because that pretty much assures you can just...
So yeah, this is a good invade by Peanut. He's checking. It's pretty standard. It's just clearing Peanut's side, or Peanut is clearing.
Yeah, on red side.
Because they're expecting a gank bottom. I don't think he's been spotted. He's been spotted out. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
So he gets out, so now Ambition canceled his back because of that, and he's going to mirror the invade. That's really good spot. That's really good spotting by Core JJ.
Either that or the communication is on point, which is really, really nice. Oh,
because they would expect
Faker's
Gragas to gank by now.
Too hard on this. Yeah, those little boogers do not mess around. I forgot that Thunderlord's Lulu was a thing.
Yeah, Thunderlord's now Wolf has already spent like his early amount of mana. He is going to be on the back foot for a bit. He has no mana, and now both champs bottom lane have pretty good amount of mana and health.
And that was Faker's flash too. So now Ambition has a reason to come back mid.
He got his heal. He still got his flash.
Or his heal. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
the
I
heal.
saw flash.
Heal Cassiopeia is so nasty here because you still get the little bit extra mobility and protection from ganks. Let's see here.
Yeah, they're really afraid of that Zac gank. I kind of feel that ward is a little misplaced. I felt like if they did it towards where the wall starts for the dragon pit, that would give them a broader range. TP blown from Crown, that's to be expected. Because that wave would have crashed right into his tower. Like he would have been right in between tier 1 and tier 2 when that wave would have hit his tower, and he would have lost XP because of that. So that's actually smart on the side of Crown.
But yeah, so far we have a pretty slow game. It's been essentially League of Legends by the book. Both teams are playing the long con and farm game. I don't see a lot of risks. The most risks I've seen was that a little bit of aggression where Faker was baiting himself for the Gragas gank mid, and it looks like Gragas is going to try to do it. Peanut's checking for it.
That was really weird. I don't understand why he backed off.
Because Crown's passive was up, and there was no way that he could have got him into a stun.
Peanut is making some very lazy
also,
lane
Faker
choices.
was clearing waves that were taking tower pressure, so it was more beneficial if they couldn't secure the kill that Faker get the waves.
Now, yeah, like I was saying before, it's very peculiar. Peanut is being very lazy with his gank paths. Beforehand, and especially with the split and during previous games, his paths were actually very intelligent and very calculated.
And you'll notice something else. Bottom lane has been pushed out this entire time, while mid lane has not been able to roam. That is a big issue. This is a really good play on Crown to keep pushing mid lanes so that Faker has to sit and farm. That relieves a lot of pressure around the map and allows the jungler Ambition to make plays whenever he needs to. That flash was unnecessary.
Yeah, absolutely unnecessary.
I think it was a panic flash, and I thought that he probably thought Zac was about to pop him because Zac had disappeared in the fog of war for a bit. Ambition could have been up there waiting for it.
Yeah, and they didn't have vision of him.
That was really good. That was really good by Crown to do that. So, yeah, Faker is put in a situation where he can't carry this game. This is very similar to the way TSM plays. Mm-hmm. This is how This is what happened when TSM. They went up against WE?
I think it was WE.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing. You push in their powerful mid laner to where you can't roam, and then you win the other 2 lanes.
Right.
You force the jungler to make bad plays, and that's essentially how you shut down a team that's very mid-centric. You make sure the mid can't roam.
Right, which is what SKT is. They are exceedingly mid-centric. Their previous roster was very open, which I think is what made them really strong. But, yeah.
Right now you see a defensive build from bottom lane. You're seeing Ninja Tabbies come out before an offensive item on the...
On Varus?
On Bang.
Yeah.
I think might be because he had to blow flash, but I don't see why he's doing this. He still has a while before the super power spike from Ruler, and I would have gone more mid-game play instead of like trying to get early defense.
Yeah.
That's a very long con. You're getting your defense item. Also, it's not going to help out because there's only one person who does auto attacks that will be an auto attack champion on the team. So the Ninja Tabbies are massively nerfed against Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah.
I can see it to win in lane, but it's not going to give a lot of benefit late game. And I believe it was QB going AP.
No.
Oh, he's going AD, so that's where he got
AD.
the read from. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was a little bit confused. I was like, I know there's 4 AP champs on that team. So that was confusion on my part. But still, I don't see the Ninja Tabbies helping him out as much as going into a lane dominance mode first.
Yeah, the 80 on-hit cannon is going to be an amazing threat as the game progresses. And I don't think SKT have a good enough read on it. I think that gank really spooked Bang and Wolf.
Yeah.
And it shows not only in how they've backpedaled, but in their in the way they're playing the lane right now.
And this looks to be a clean dragon. There's gonna be no contest on this.
Maybe they're gonna get brave.
It's a 4v2.
Okay, yeah, they read this right. Okay, good.
Yeah, that was really good on Ambition to notice that Peanut was not on the map. Where did he see that anyways? That was really good read on it.
The what?
On Ambition for Peanut. That was a really good read on that.
Yeah.
That was a very good dragon.
I think Ambition just has really good timing.
Well, also, you notice that mid and bot were fully pushed, ready for the dragon, so it was just the right rotation. Mid's been pushed in the whole game, and now they got control in bottom lane and top lane. Like, all 3 lanes, Samsung Galaxy has the complete tempo on. And this is not a situation anybody ever wants to be in.
Well, and not only that, but it shows in the goal differential, because we're looking at 17.2k versus 16.8.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent lead between the two. And that's just farming, because remember, we only have one neutral objective that's been taken, and we only have farming, so...
Now the flashes are back up bottom lane, so you can see them being a bit more aggressive. But... let's see here. Let's see what happens. You see Peanut is hovering around top lane a little bit.
He's
but
in
you
no
also
position,
see Ambition is getting ready to do a gank on mid.
Yeah. Yeah. And Peanut's in no position. Hooney's gonna pop Meganar, and he's just gonna play tower defense.
Yeah.
This is actually... Oh, and Hooney actually first completed Ninja Tabbies as well. That's a whip.
Yeah, it's a full. Yeah, they're going full. Yeah, they're going full defense build. They are saying we want to play the very late game, which that is. I don't see sacrificing your early game for this.
No, because I felt like they could have taken their early game, against Samsung a lot harder. Like, their build path, I think, really hurt them hard.
Yeah, this is extremely late game. Mm-hmm. Alright, so... Alright, now you see the rotations bottom. They're going to collapse, take the tower, free tower.
Oh yeah, free first tower, easy.
Free first tower gold. Plus
And it was
they
put
still
on
have
ruler
pressure.
too. Yeah. So this gold on ruler is going to pay off huge. I want to say in the next 5 minutes.
It looks like he might get Ambition's buff, or get Peanut's buff, but it is warded. And he gets it. That's going to really hurt Faker.
Yeah.
Unless Peanut can secure the blue buff for Faker, he's going to having a lot of issues with mana right now. Well, he does not have any mana issues, but his cooldowns are going to be lower. I just noticed he's got a tier and he's got plenty of mana, so he has no damage yet.
I'm curious though if he's going to go Abyssal Mask first item or if he's going to go Roa. Because Catalyst does build into both.
I would say Abyssal Mask because there's a lot of damage over time being dealt throughout this game. Mm-hmm. You're seeing a lot of damage over time from Crown. You're going to see a lot of damage over time coming from Kennen with the ult, the little extra damage spikes from it. Those are going to it will nerf the extra damage that provides because it's the same spell.
Yeah, this is a very awkward rotation.
Oh, is that the...
Let's have a round of applause.
Oh my god, Bang. Fulfilling the stereotypes
Yep.
of the Varus.
Oh, this is not smart. Oh, this is so not smart. Okay, Lulu was right behind him. I was like, Bang, if you're by yourself, Crown is gonna kill you.
But yeah, it's Samsung Galaxy. Pick these champs that have point and click CC, or heavy CC, or in order to force them to build defensively early. SKT to build defensively early, and it's the threat of them having those abilities is what's causing SKT to lose the early game and mid game here.
Yeah, because essentially what it's turning into, or what it's turned into, I should say, is almost a war of attrition. I want to say.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's essentially it's a spreadsheet is what's winning this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because mind you, we're 15 and a half minutes into this game. Samsung is up, I want to say almost 3k gold to SKT. There are no deaths on the map. None. This is all taking objectives and farming.
Yep.
So anybody in any other LO, if they're watching this, cannot tell me that kills win games.
It's map pressure. This is all about map pressure. Yeah. Nobody can roam. Nobody can do anything. Mm-hmm. And now they're rotating, getting some vision on the next dragon. Mm-hmm. And it's just the ABCs. I don't know why SKT is having this much difficulty this game, but it looks like Samsung Galaxy was able to... I don't know, it's just they're playing League of Legends better. It's not about the micro, it's just the macro is just so on point. There is something causing SKT to have a problem with the standard gameplay. I'm
kind of getting the sense that it's communication. Like they seem...
I don't even know. It doesn't even seem like it's that. It's just their timings are all off. Mm-hmm. And everybody's just performing just below par of what they would normally perform.
It's almost like solo queue.
But now you see Zach securing a second dragon. And these dragons are horrendous for SKT to miss.
Yeah.
Because these are siege dragons and they've been sieged upon this entire game.
They don't see this.
And these are all on-time dragons. They're not out of the ordinary dragons to take.
Oh my god, they don't see this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So... now,
I can't believe this.
Now with the extra the two dragons, Baron is an easy pickup.
Oh, yeah.
So now SKT must prioritize Vision and Baron even at all times because they can now 3-man Baron.
Oh, yeah. They could 3-man it easy. And, they can actually 3-man it with Zaya, Kennen, and Janna. Easy.
So now they have even more pressure on them because of the extra true damage that are granted to all objectives. Mm-hmm. From the double dragons.
Oh, wow.
It's just a stranglehold.
There's no vision on the side of SKT. There is so much on the side of Samsung that SKT cannot move without Samsung knowing about it. But
that's not a big issue, because now, as long as SKT can hold this line, the top right quarter of the map, it will force Samsung Galaxy to split their forces.
Faker went real well.
That is interesting. I would have thought him to go, like you said, the Abyssal Mask.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling like an Abyssal if he was going to go that route.
But yeah, he needs the damage.
Yeah. I'm very confused as to why SKT is nerfing their early game damage. Ambition was like, here, friend. But look, 3 towers to none. There's still no vision on the side of SKT. And Samsung's just playing League of Legends.
And tell me this. Mm-hmm. What team is in position to do a 20-minute Baron?
Oh, Samsung.
Where is the jungler for SKT?
On the bottom side.
If he is still there when 20 minutes comes around, then that's a free Baron for Samsung. Mm-hmm. Peanut can't be down there any longer. He has to move up. So now he is going to... Essentially, SKT cannot have more than one person bottom.
Yeah.
They recognize that, but Faker does not have teleport for this matchup.
No, he went very, very defensive. Yeah, because the way that Samsung's pretty much divvied up the map is they let the door open on bot lane. Mm-hmm. Mid lane is kind of even Steven, so it's almost like a diagonal. Yeah. Like that no sign with the circle and the line through it. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much how Samsung have control over this map. So that's an exceptional positioning for Baron priority. And I don't think SKT are in the spot.
Here's Gnar backing, so you're going to see the lane swap. But this may be at a Baron attempt during the back.
Oh, they see this. I think Samsung can fight this. Teleport is up for Cuvée. Teleport is up for Crown, so they can't... Oh, there goes... Nope, there's another flanking ward. This is not where SKT want to be.
But they're getting their vision back. Oh, he just walked by the ward.
Oh, God bless.
But yeah, now you're going to see Gnar and Kennen go bot and struggle bot for a while.
Are they going to ride the struggle bus to Carryville?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they're not holding map
But
control.
Look at this. Everyone has all their sums. All summoners are up. All ults are up. So there should be a team fight or some risky plays soon. Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh, Faker's so out of position. But nobody is in position to counterplay. Okay.
Yeah, he had Lulu and Gragas on their way in the area, so they could have answered any kind of cheese.
Right.
But yeah, you see him yawning?
Who? Oh, sorry, I looked away for a hot second.
I think it was Faker was yawning for a moment.
Well, I mean, it's a very it's a razor's edge game. But I feel like Samsung are gonna have the sharper edge, so to speak. Yeah, because the Mega Gnar just went down from Huni. So,
Alright. But right now, you see Kennen's pushing bottom lane now. Yeah. And there's going to have to be an answer to bottom lane, or that's going to be another tower. Mm-hmm. So, what I would say is trade the bottom lane tower for at least mid. Come on, you got to get the mid tower.
Yeah, this is really... Wow, there's so much hesitation. Like, nobody's making a for sure call. It's like, you have teleport on Huni, get the flanking wards in position, let him answer Kennen, and then hold mid and push out top. Like, do a 1-3-1. This is so awkward on the side of SKT.
Yeah, it's purely defensive, and now
It's free.
this is not. It's it's a bait.
Oh, okay.
A very clever bait.
Yeah,
They were trying to get the Nars teleport. It almost worked.
yeah, because I saw Nar, he moved ever so slightly to the left.
So they're just dancing around it.
Yeah. Peanut might see this. No, he sees it.
But they're just gonna go with it.
Oh, Peanut, darling.
Oh, the
he
miss
stole
smite.
it. Wow.
That was a horrible miss smite.
Oh, there it goes. Yep, there's that. There it is.
And there
The
comes
flash
flank.
ult from Kennen.
Yep. This is the team fight that SKT did not want to take.
Yeah. So. And then now the only person with Baron buff
It's Huni.
is Huni. So now SKT have to let Huni push. They have to let him push, because if not, that Baron is wasted. The gold at this point is for naught, because they didn't take advantage of their early game pressure. They built very defensively super early.
And look at the dragon.
And it's another Mountain Drake.
Yep. It's going to be a triple Mountain Drake on Samsung. There should be no way to contest it. Which that is perfect when you're sieging.
Yeah.
But yeah, that smite was so early.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he thought his... I want to say it was just a reflex smite of when you know that your level is a little bit higher than it should be. Because the smite scales up with your level. Because I've done that before, but these guys should know the exact numbers on their smites.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thinking that there was some ability that did not get comboed at the right moment to secure that smite.
Yeah, and it might have been like a frame between the two. So...
Because I know Gragas did go for the belly slam, and that may have thrown off their timings a little bit.
Yeah, because they're like, oh my god, Gragas, and then something got screwed up. I don't like this. I really am I'm a little upset that they're playing bot-centric around Faker. It's like your one method of push, your big method of push, is sitting top lane. Now, granted, Nar does have some fairly decent wave clear. I still think it would be faster as if they grouped around him. Because this is
Yeah, I agree. Like, they still have Baron. They should have grouped and pushed.
Yeah.
Standard. I know, I don't like the split push either. Like, this should have been a group up on Huni and push. Get a tower. Because now, a teleport is able to stop the tower from going down. And it's a tier 1 tower.
I'm sorry. I have to laugh. It's rinse and repeat for Samsung.
Yeah.
Because look at where Malzahar is. Malzahar is sitting bot. Is this final game? This is actually game 1 of 5.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of going over this. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. So, but like I said, this will be uploaded to YouTube later. And you can watch it too. Or if you want to lurk and listen to
it's
our
just really
sexiness.
poor play, really poor rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Samsung, all they have to do is just tap it in. Like, they've got them on the racks. All they've got to do is just walk it in. Just keep rotating. Just walk with the waves, and keep everyone split.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're going to try and go for a team fight bottom.
No, they're essentially going to, they're just gonna slowly strangle them.
Yeah, mid towers down.
Mm-hmm. And Kennen's left alone to farm.
Honestly,
yet
this
again.
is the Kennen being top. They should try and do a 5v4. He does not have teleport. We saw the teleport coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Huni will actually have teleport advantage against Kuve. So, yeah, like
I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of missed opportunities for team fights.
Yeah.
And I just think SKT, they know that they do not have a good team fight right now, and they are trying not to provoke one. I'm thinking that's the situation they're in, because they can't handle the team fight right now. Like, it's too much pressure on them.
Yeah. Yeah, Peanut is so gun shy. It's very lazy pathing, very gun shy. Like, this is not the Peanut that I've seen that's been really smart and really aggressive. Like, I'm very surprised. Huni... Oh no, Huni's getting the Dyrus complex. I figured it out. Yeah, and see, it's a 1-3-1 again.
Yeah.
Crown's gonna go answer Faker. Core JJ and Brawler are gonna go mid, and Ambition's gonna chill out.
And Samsung Galaxy knows that all they have to do is just hold. Keep this pressure up, wait for the next Baron, grab Baron, and then walk it in.
Yeah.
Because if SKT has to make a play, they have to do something. Like, otherwise, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Like, they can't wait until the gold advantage doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they do not have that option. They have to make something happen. They have to force a numbers game on in some play, in like either mid or bottom. But they can't do it now because Kennen will have his flank available in a few seconds.
Oh yeah, and Kennen is pretty much where he needs to be a threat.
The teleport flank is devastating.
Yeah, Huni's building appropriately. See, and every time SKT, they make a rotational play, there's always someone to answer it.
So now they've been denied vision at Baron, and they are barely even able to push out of their jungle near the pit.
Now, my other complaint, too, about what Samsung's doing at the moment, or no, I'm sorry, God bless, SKT is doing at the moment, is they're not taking advantage of what makes Gnar, and that's Mega Gnar. I very rarely have seen Mega Gnar being used in any single team fight. Like, every time he comes into a team fight, again, this is, I don't know how many of times specifically, but he's in Mini Gnar.
It's timing. It's just Samsung Galaxy. Their timing has been impeccable this game. They have all the rotations, and the fights they're picking are when Huni does not have Mega Gnar available.
Yeah. So this is where you need to make a play.
They are waiting for all the cooldowns that they need.
Yeah. Like, this is a waste of Huni's rotation. Because now Kuve's...
Now, Baron.
Yeah,
because
Baron.
now Huni can't participate in this fight as Mega Gnar. So this is where you do the Baron play.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate downfall of playing Gnar in this matchup, is even with teleport, he's not going to be as effective. And they can 2-man, 3-man Baron
well, this is
with the buffs.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier, is the neutral objective of Mountain Drake. They can 3-man it.
Yeah, and now just walk it in.
Yeah.
Like, it's... They allowed Samsung Galaxy to have essentially those champions. They allowed them to come into full power without any resistance. And now there's nothing they can do with it.
Absolutely.
It's almost as if SKT is like waiting on the next game to see what they can do. They're playing on the back pedal so hard that it's almost as if they're waiting for the next game to start.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of hesitation. Like, there was just no one that said, okay, go. It was just like, okay, if we have an opportunity, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, it's very bizarre to come from SKT like this.
And especially with everyone with Flash, nobody's pulling a trigger. Nobody's trying to do anything out of the ordinary. It's very safe play, and that will only take you so far. You need to take some kind of risk. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're on the back foot. Like, what do you have to lose? You're on the back foot. They're in your base. Well, what is there to lose?
Yeah.
By going for the all-in.
Absolutely.
You are going to lose this game in 2 more waves if you don't do something now.
Yeah, because 2 of Samsung's pretty much strongest wave clearers are mid. Kuve is bought with Kennen, so, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to leave top to Ambition with Zac? Like, this is so inefficient. And see?
Yeah,
you have so much that you can... Okay, so there we go. Bang's getting a little aggressive, and... Yeah, no.
Like I said, it just looks like they're waiting on the next game.
And there's another whiffed ult from Bang. Like, I'm... As callous as it may seem, this is very sloppy. Like, I'm very disappointed in how SKT is playing.
It's not as sloppy, it's just safe. It's overly safe.
But it's not...
Like, finally, here's an aggressive move.
And they lose.
It's a loss, but it still blews some resources.
Yeah.
That's what they have to do. They have to do stuff that will burn some kind of cooldown, some resources. You can't go up against a full stacked team with all their ults up, all their summoners up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With them having an item advantage. You have to pick some fights, get them to loosen up a little bit, and make them lose some of their cooldowns.
Yeah, but they
and then
lost...
play on those cooldowns.
But they lost more major objectives.
They were losing them anyways.
Yeah, so I see that as a minor win, but I don't see that as a win for SKT.
It wasn't. It was too little. It was just too little.
Mm-hmm.
And Baron buff is gone. So you don't get to see the super stacked supers. The Baron supers.
Yeah, next dragon is Elder Drake, so
Samsung, they know that they've got this game. They're not going to risk anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very methodical. They're just walking it in.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
I can just hear Happy Gilmore in the back of my head at this moment.
Well, you got a 10,000 gold lead on them. Well, almost. Yeah, 10,000 gold lead. And...
Yeah.
And the team you're going against is built mostly defensive.
Yeah, like, they're... oh my god, yes. SKT is just terrified of Samsung's late game.
And, yeah. Like...
Again, another whiffed ult from Bang. Not in position. Nobody set it up. Like, it's all mistiming. It's not in
And there's
sequence.
no magic resist on Gnar.
Yeah.
He built a Thorn Mail instead of a Spirit, instead of, like... Was it Soul Shroud?
Yeah, Soul Shroud, but
Yeah.
that builds in the Spirit Visage.
So, even if Gnar does go Mega, he can get 2-shot by... Crown.
Mm-hmm. And see, look, all 3 inhibs down. This is game.
Yep.
Um,
I don't know. It just seems like it was the whole game came down to a spreadsheet victory. Like the builds that SKT was going for, I think they gave Samsung too much credit early on, and then Samsung noticed that, and they were able to capitalize on it by just taking objectives, sieging.
Yeah.
When you have no threat, when you have no kill pressure, this is what happens.
Agreed.
If SKT had 0 kill pressure the entire game.
Yeah. Okay, now with that being said, what do you want to see from SKT next game?
I want to see more offense.
Okay.
Like, that was... They need to take some kind of risk. This is the World's Finals.
Yeah.
Like, if you got anything, any kind of play that's in the back of your playbook, something that's got some kind of end game, this is where you pull it out.
Oh yeah.
You can't play
Safe.
you can't play safe.
Yeah.
Like, when two teams play safe and one of them recognizes that the other one's overcompensating, then you just go straight in. If you're guarding your face
all the time, you're gonna get tired because you're gonna
Yeah.
get the crap beat out of you.
Yeah, so they just keep tapping them.
Yeah. For me, on the side of Samsung, I want to see the same plays. I want to see them just contain SKT. Because the more that they outplay them on the macro level, the more they look amateur. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of sad to say about SKT, but it's the truth. Like, they looked like they were fresh out of the challenger scene. I do want to see more aggression on the side of SKT, and I really hope Game 2 they pull it out. But anywho, so let me do this. Okay, and we will catch y'all in Game 2.